Never will let you down. Good morning to you, Grenada, Carriacou, PT Martinique, the rest of the Eastern Caribbean, the rest of the world, all those of you out there in the diaspora. Good morning. Yeah, hope you're doing fine. It's 25 minutes on to 7 o'clock. Good morning, Grenada. For today, it's Thursday, the 5th day of September, almost at July. What's wrong with me this morning? I hope you had yourselves a great night and you're up and ready to face the challenges of this brand new work day. Yeah. Except you're on vacation, you should be on the job, right? Should be heading there. Good morning to all the teachers of the nation, all the principals, all the ancillary staff, the auxiliary staff, those of you working in the various kitchens in the schools, preparing the delicious, sumptuous meals for the children. Good morning. Officials in the Ministry of Education, good morning. I've got to say happy birthday to some people this morning. Today is my brother and my sister-in-law's birthday. Not same one, and not brother and wife, right? No. Today's Nigel's birthday. Nigel Williams. Out there in paradise, good morning. Happy birthday to you. You've got birthday greetings coming from the entire family, but especially your dear wife, Ambika, and your big boy, Nidon. Happy birthday, Nigel. I should have write a birthday song for you, man. I know you're going to enjoy it to the fullest. And I hope God blesses you to see many more to come, right? Lovely. Happy birthday, Nigel. Carla Joseph is celebrating today also. Carla, good morning.
Thank you.
Happy birthday. I know the entire home circle is going to make sure that you have a good day today. Yes, celebrating style. Hope you get a little prettier on your birthday, all right? Miss Annie and Joe and everybody, the entire home circle, they're going to make sure you have a wonderful day. Curty, time for the clothes to get tight, yeah? Lovely, and also Curtis Peck Phillip out there in Apretwood. Today is Peck's birthday, man. Happy birthday to you. Hope that you live to see so many more, man. Yeah, we'll have a drink on that, okay? Lovely.
My help comes from the Lord.
23 minutes on to 7 o'clock. All those of you who are celebrating birthdays today, man, happy birthday. You're celebrating wedding anniversary. All right. Also, Joy St. Louis from Moya. Today is your birthday. Happy birthday. Best wishes coming from the entire St. Louis family, officers of the Ministry of Agriculture and Fisheries, Health, Education, and Finance. Joy, happy birthday. Janice is going to make that day special for you. I know that. Lovely. If you're just celebrating life, well, happy life. 22 minutes on to 7. The busmen of the nation, the transporters. Yeah, the Jason Stathams. Yeah, good morning. Be safe on the road. Drive with people, children carefully. Obey the traffic regulations. And all shall be well. Good morning to the farmers and the fishermen. Good morning for feeding the nation. Time to keep planting some more bananas and blogger and the stuff that Beryl destroyed. Yeah, you gotta feed the nation. Nice. Folks, the word of the day today is exculpate. Exculpate. E-X-C-U-L-P-A-T-E. E-X-C-U-L-P-A-T-E. Exculpate. Now, to exculpate is to clear from a charge of guilt or fault, free from blame. In other words, vindicate, right? Vindicate is synonymous to exculpate. Lovely. And here's how we can use the word in a sentence. The lawyer worked tirelessly to exculpate his client and prove her innocence. Yeah. Good morning to the legal minds, the legal luminaries, we call them. Yeah, good morning. Dr. Francis Alexis. Good morning. Counsel Jerry Edwin.
This is the day.
Yeah. Ruggles Ferguson, Francis Paul, Farron Lowe, Ali Gill. All the lawyers, man. Can't remember. Skeeter Chaitan too, Kozo. Achilles Joseph. Good morning to all the lawyers. No, there's a difference between a lawyer and a liar, okay? All right. We have some liars too, but there are some good lawyers, legal counsels. Good morning to you all. 20 minutes on to 7 o'clock. Let's head on to Nadisha's favorite thing, the motivational tip of the day.
Thank you.
Morning, Nadisha and the folks inside of Cafe and surrounding areas, the Sandersons. If I'm not mistaken, today is not Ryan's mother birthday, boy. We were having that conversation. What night is that? It's the motivational tip for the day. Our greatest weakness lies in giving up. The most certain way to succeed is always to try just one more time. Come on. Well, duh. That's so true. Again, our greatest weakness lies in giving up. Never give up. Okay? The most certain way to succeed is always to try just one more time. Yeah. As we hurry into the nutrition tip of the day.
And yes, you are my savior, and I put my trust in you.
Nutmeg Queen, good morning. Margaret Alexander. Hey, we Cameron Andrew come out, boy. All of a sudden he just popped back up. Catherine Phillip, good morning. Natalia Ross.
Thank you for my...
Follow these steps and you'll be fine. Drink lots of water.
Consuming a well-balanced meal which contains vegetables, fruits, proteins, and whole grains is important in ensuring the nutritional well-being of the body. During this time of the year, most people consume lots of vegetables and ground provisions such as breadfruits, green banana, yam, corn, potatoes, squash, and dashins, which are all healthy but also high in starch. Starch is important to the body as it is the main source of carbohydrate, or carbs, and plays an important role in supporting the body's function and physical activity by providing the body with glucose. When the right amount of carbs is consumed, it supports a healthy diet. However, if we consume too much starchy foods, we put ourselves at risk of becoming insulin resistant and even developing type 2 diabetes. According to Harvard School of Public Health, this occurs because as we eat starchy foods that are high in carbohydrates, the body's digestive system breaks down the digestible carbs into sugars, which then enters the bloodstream. This causes the blood sugar levels to rise, which then causes the pancreas to produce insulin and glucagon, which are hormones that help the body to absorb blood glucose and blood sugar and ensures the cells have enough of it. When we eat more starchy foods than is recommended daily, we put pressure on the body to perform these tasks effectively, leading to the development of type 2 diabetes over time. It is advised to pay attention to our daily intake of starchy foods, as this would help to manage our blood sugar levels. It is also advised to consume healthier sources of carbs or reduce the consumption of foods that are very high in carbs. Healthy sources of carbohydrates are whole grains and wheat, vegetables, fruits, some local provision foods, and dry beans. These not only promote good health, but also are high in vitamins, minerals, and fiber, and other important phytonutrients or substances derived from plant foods that may help in preventing diseases. Until next time, the Grenada Food and Nutrition Council reminds you to look, eat, and feel well.
Rolls ring a bell? Yes, they keep the body working.
This is the day the Lord has...
Definitely. And quickly, what's buzzing? Let's see what's buzzing this morning. Oh my goodness, the world is always... Right, the Ministry of Health encountered a minor Mpox scare, right? Also buzzing this morning, 4 tropical threats in the Atlantic now being monitored for development after a very quiet stretch of hurricane activity. CXC launches on-demand course for digital education practitioners. In the region, parents in the Bahamas, they are warned not to take school conflicts into their own hands. Internationally, Mexico's legislature moves ahead with judicial reforms despite protests. And in sports, Aishona Charles shines in Paris with new local and regional shot put record. Bassanio Nicholas, good morning, my brother. We've got these and so much more after the news, which comes up right after this.
Football fans, get ready! The CONCACAF Nations League is back, and the action is coming to the Kirani James Athletics Stadium. Mark your calendars for 2 back-to-back match days that will have you on the edge of your seat. On September 6th, it's a doubleheader you won't want to miss. At 5 p.m., it's St. Lucia versus Curacao, followed by Grenada taking on St. Martin. At 8 p.m., the excitement doesn't stop there. On September 9th, Curacao battles St. Martin at 5 p.m. And then Grenada faces St. Lucia at 8 p.m. Tickets are just $25 for adults and $10 for children. Grab yours at Chucky's Bar, Grenadian Optical, Gittins Healthcare Pharmacy, the GFA office, or online at gotofet.com. And yes, tickets will be available at the gate. So bring the whole family and let's rally around our senior men's national team. The CONCACAF Nations League. Football like you've never experienced before.
As we get ready to give thanks the long Thanksgiving weekend, Legends Promotions presents the 18th annual Hubbard's Legends in Concert, Saturday, October 26th, Grenada Trade Center at 7:30 p.m. Featuring the 1980 Calypso Monarch Survivor, together with Stubbles, 10 times Calypso Monarch Scholar, alongside Luta, Tobago Kuso, and 7 times Soca.
This is the GBN Morning News for today, Thursday, September 5th, 2024. Coming up in the news, Health Ministry encountered minor mpox scare. 4 tropical threats in Atlantic now monitored for development after a quiet stretch of hurricane activity. CXC launches on-demand course for digital education practitioners. In the region, parents in the Bahamas warned not to take school conflicts into their own hands. Internationally, Mexico's legislature moves ahead with judicial reforms despite protests. And in sports, Aishona Charles shines in Paris with new local and regional shot put record. We've got the details to these and more after these messages.
Served Grenada for decades, we are the #1 and largest electrical supplier.
Hi, welcome to Sun Electrical. How may I help?
We offer electrical wire and accessories, tools, and appliances for all residential, commercial, and industrial applications, which is what we are known for. And we expanded our products with new innovative ways to modernize your home. New homeowners will be captivated in our lighting showrooms.
Some more pendant lights here. These are very multifunctional because they can work for kitchens, living rooms, bedrooms.
We have a wide selection of lighting, ranging from indoor to outdoor and solar. We are also available for site visit services to assist you with selecting the perfect light for your forever home. We are located at Dusty Highway in Grenada and St. George. Sudden Electrical. Best value, expert advice, quality products. We hope to see you soon.
Good morning. With the details, I am Gordon Joseph. The Caribbean Examinations Council, CXC, has revamped its Professional Learning Institute, that's the PLI, to provide capacity development and training for educators across the region. CXC traditionally offers teacher orientation and training workshops to acquaint educators with its diverse qualifications, particularly the Caribbean Secondary Education Certificate or CSEC and the Caribbean Advanced Proficiency Examination CAPE syllabuses. The training offered via the PLI is intended to be collaborative in nature, where CXC will work strategically with development partners, teachers, training institutions, and vocational and professional development entities. Amidst this suite of training and professional development offerings are demand-driven courses. On September 3rd, CXC launched a special course, Digital Education Practitioner Level 1, which will be available via the CXC Professional Learning Institute online platform, pli.cxc.org. This course was developed in collaboration with the Commonwealth of Learning, with whom CXC has a Memorandum of Understanding. This course will allow educators across the region to study at an affordable price at their own pace for the 6 to 8 hours required to complete the course requirements. It is the first in a series of upcoming courses that the Council will deliver to aid educators in the development of the skills to enhance teaching and learning in both the physical and online space. The Minister for Health, Philip Telesford, has confirmed that his ministry encountered a slight scare recently with what seemed to be signs of an mpox case on the island. The minister explained that the individual was immediately isolated for further testing, which later came back with a negative result.
All right, so 2 weeks ago we had a scare with someone showing up at the hospital with signs that appeared to have been mpox. The Ministry of Health moved aggressively and immediately to isolate the patient and did immediate tests, both tests conducted here and the samples were sent to CAFA, Trinidad. Within 24 hours, we were able to get back test results on island, which confirmed a negative. Further to that, we got the results from CAFA Trinidad that confirmed also negative.
Clade 1B mpox was declared a public health emergency of international concern by the World Health Organization on August 14th, acknowledging the potential global threat posed. Minister Telesford emphasized that his ministry is taking proactive measures to prepare for any potential risks.
We continue to be vigilant, to pay attention to what is happening around us and to inform. But what we don't want to do is to create panic. We have to be always conscious of how the disease is firstly spread. It is spread mainly through body fluids. And so we have to be conscious of that and pay attention. And so we continue to monitor what is happening in the Caribbean islands and North America as well as Europe. And as soon as we believe it is necessary to implement or border restrictions or anything of the sort, we will so do.
Mpox is an infectious disease, but it is not airborne. Symptoms of the disease include a painful rash, swollen lymph nodes, fever, headache, muscle aches, back pain, and fatigue. And finally, it's been one of the quietest stretches of tropical activity in more than 50 years, but things are starting to heat up in the Atlantic as hurricane forecasters continue to monitor 4 tropical disturbances that could develop over the next week. The National Hurricane Center, the NHC, is monitoring 3 areas of disturbed weather in the Atlantic Ocean, while another area spins across the Caribbean on a path that could eventually bring it into the warmer waters of the Bay of Campeche and Gulf of Mexico. The first tropical disturbance is swirling over the Caribbean as it quickly moves off to the west. It is currently producing a large area of showers and thunderstorms near southeastern Cuba, Jamaica, and across parts of the central Caribbean. The NHC said the system could develop later this week when the disturbance slows down over the northwestern Caribbean or early next week over the southwestern Gulf of Mexico. The NHC is giving the system a low chance of developing over the next week. Now that concludes the local segment of news, the regional roundup and international developments, along with the sporting highlights and the weather. They are straight ahead. Five minutes on to 7 o'clock. We now join the Caribbean News Desk for this morning's edition of the Regional Roundup.
From the Caribbean News Desk, the morning edition. Good morning. I'm Kendall Morgan.
And I'm Dennis Chabrol with the latest from across the Caribbean.
The Guyana Defense Forces National Defense Institute, which was officially launched yesterday, will be studying major threats that gangs pose to the Caribbean. President Irfan Ali says the results will be shared with other Caribbean governments ahead of a regional security meeting to be held in Barbados.
We'll know what is influencing or motivating the gangs to operate in particular areas. So the movement, the motivation, the material. Because gangs don't just move, they have to have material that aid their operation. So we have to have an analysis of that and management. Who is managing the gang? How are they getting cover? And the link and life cycle of gangs.
The president said the National Defense Institute will be working closely with the Regional Security System and the Caribbean Communities Implementation Agency for Crime and Security.
It is now an offense to openly possess and consume alcohol in a funeral procession in St. Vincent and the Grenadines. The Vincentian Parliament approved this amendment to the country's Public Order Act following what Prime Minister Dr. Ralph Gonsalves says were repeated complaints from sections of the society, including the churches.
Increasingly, in funeral processions, people are seen with beers, rum, drinking and shouting and not involved in anything concerning the solemnity of a funeral procession or even the celebration in song of the life of the person whom we are burying. This is just a matter of drinking rum and treating the funeral procession as if it is a mass band that you're having carnival.
Meanwhile, the Vincentian parliamentary opposition did not support the measure. Opposition leader Dr. Godwin Friday said while they do not support consumption of alcohol at funeral processions, the amendment to the legislation may be an overreach.
The way in which this legislation attempts to deal with what is perceived to be this problem that has recently emerged, to me, it doesn't achieve that objective. It gives too much scope to the police. It utilizes resources, public resources, in a way that is inefficient, and it has the real potential of creating more disturbance in a solemn occasion of a funeral where persons are in altercation with the police rather than focusing on what they're there to do, which is to attend the funeral procession.
United States Secretary of State Anthony Blinken is due to visit Haiti today. The U.S. State Department says he'll meet Transitional Presidential Council Coordinator Edgar LeBlanc Fields and Prime Minister Gary Conille to discuss forthcoming steps in Haiti's democratic transition. The two sides will also discuss U.S. support to the Haitian people through humanitarian assistance and Haitian-led stabilization efforts. The U.S. Secretary of State is also slated to meet with the leadership of the Multinational Security Support Mission.
As Jamaica prepares for general elections in another year, Prime Minister Andrew Holness is making major changes to his administration. The changes began on Tuesday with a sudden resignation of first-time Member of Parliament and Minister of State Marshall Smith, in a move seen by observers as making the way for the entry of a more preferred parliamentarian. Yesterday, Prime Minister Holness announced a September 30th by-election to fill that vacancy and promised more changes to come.
In the coming months, as the government moves to structure itself for greater focus on growth, efficiency, peace, and productivity, which will deliver the benefits that you would like to see for yourself. As I have said, benefits such as better wages, better education, better healthcare, better roads and water, we have planned certain changes to put the administration in a position to refocus and better deliver these well-deserved benefits to the people of Jamaica. These changes are occurring at all levels of the government. They are not only limited to the cabinet level.
The Premier of the Cayman Islands, Juliana O'Connor Connolly, is recommending that Caribbean tourism industry stakeholders in the government and private sector conduct risk assessments and craft recovery strategies. She issued a call at the opening of the State of Tourism Industry Conference.
Climate change, global pandemics, economic fluctuations, and geopolitics can easily disrupt even the most established markets. But we have the power to prepare for the challenges that lie ahead. This requires a unified effort across all sectors, including governments, private businesses, and local communities, to develop strategies that incorporate risk assessments, crisis management, rapid recovery protocols.
A pilot program for teaching St. Lucia's Creole language in schools will be rolled out during the current school year. The announcement by Education Minister Sean Edward fulfills a decades-long push to have Creole on the school's curriculum.
We are formally introducing the Creole language, Creole, into the curriculum on a phased basis at the infant level in selected schools. The introduction of Creole will help foster an appreciation for our rich cultural heritage, enrich our students' linguistic abilities, and broaden their global outlook.
This has been the morning edition from the Caribbean News Desk. You may contact us by phone or WhatsApp at +592 700 9293. Thanks for listening.
And looking further afield, a judicial overhaul championed by Mexican President Andrés Manuel López Obrador has cleared its first legislative hurdle, with Mexico's lower house passing the reform package despite widespread protests. The vote on Wednesday was also held during an ongoing strike by federal court employees, justices, and magistrates. Critics have warned the bill could erode the independence of the judiciary, particularly through a provision that would see federal justices elected by popular vote and would fail to address the actual issues plaguing the system. And finally, South Korea says it has detected balloons likely carrying trash launched by North Korea in the latest round of a months-long campaign that Pyongyang says is retaliation against South Korean civilian activists flying propaganda leaflets across the border. South Korea's Joint Chiefs of Staff said in a statement on Wednesday that an unspecified number of balloons could reach the North Gwangying province, north of the capital Seoul. The JCS advised citizens that if they see a fallen balloon, they should report it to the police or military and not touch it. That concludes the regional and international news. Stay with us. The sporting highlights are straight ahead. Good morning, sporting fans. Grenada's Aishona Childs has made a name for herself competing at the Paralympics in Paris 2024. Childs, competing in her second Paralympic but first time competing in the women's F46 category of the shot put, set a new national record with her distance of 9.30 meters. Now, while Childs didn't make the required distance to continue to the next round, she became the first Grenadian female to compete in athletics and now establishes a Caribbean record with her shot put. She will now shift her attention to the F46, the javelin, on Friday. And finally, Lionel Messi will not win another Ballon d'Or this year after being left out of the nominees revealed by organizers on Wednesday. As stars of Spain's Euro 2024 winning team and Real Madrid's Champions League victors feature heavily. Messi claimed the 8th Ballon d'Or of his glittering career last year. Now aged 37, he is not among the 30 contenders this time, despite winning another title with Argentina at the Copa America in July. The former Barcelona superstar, now playing club football in MLS for Inter Miami, was also missing from the nominees in 2022 when Karim Benzema took the honors. However, he returned to win last year after leading Argentina to glory at the World Cup in Qatar. The most prestigious individual award in football is voted for by a jury of journalists from each of the top 100 countries in FIFA's world ranking. Brazil's forward Vinicius Jr. is among the favorites and is one of 6 members of the Madrid team that won La Liga and the Champions League last season to be nominated. That's the sports. Stay with us. The weather forecast is straight ahead. And folks, for the latest weather forecast, we now join forecaster at the Met Office of the MBIA, my good friend Fimby Frank. Good morning, Fimby.
Hey, good morning. Good morning to everyone locked on. It's a fair morning across the state, across most of the islands. Down here at the southernmost end of the country, winds are blowing from the east at 14 miles per hour. The pressure is lower than the mean, but it's rising at 12.1 millibars. Present temperature 28.8 degrees. Orange 79%. Maximum temperature here within the last day went up to 32.7 degrees. Minimum temperature last night 27.1. Please note all temperatures are in Celsius. In terms of rain here within the last day, there was just a trace of rain. Hence, for the month so far, total stays at 4.5 mm of rain. Again, that's only for the airport. Now let's take a look at the forecast for the day and the nighttime. The weather expected to be mostly fair, with just a low chance of a few brief showers during the nighttime. Maximum temperature should get up to near 32.5 degrees. Winds east, northeasterly to east, southeasterly at 8 to 18 miles per hour, but becoming near calm at times. Waves should get up to near 4 feet, hence seas will be slight to moderate. Tides are falling now, should be low just about 11:45, and then high this afternoon near 5:45. Sunset 6:14, sunrise on Friday 5:56. Just to recap the forecast for the day and the nighttime, the weather expected to be mostly fair, with a low chance of a few brief nighttime showers. Keep in mind that the temperature should get up to near 32.5, so it will be a hot day. Be safe out there. That's it from the Met Office. I'm from Frank.
Fimba, before you run off, the National Hurricane Center has reported some hyperactivity after we just coming out of a relatively quiet spell. 4 systems out in the Atlantic. Have any of the systems reached within our area of interest as yet?
So there is a tropical wave just about 53 west. As it is right now, it's still a wave, and within the next week, there's only a low chance of it really gaining strength. Enough strength to be a cyclone. So we are watching that. It should cross, if it stays as a wave, the axis should cross us on the weekend. We're looking at more like Saturday. But most of the clouds at this point, are east of the axis. So you should see the clouds maybe like Saturday afternoon into the nighttime, but again, that has to do with the forward speed of the wave, which could change. Keep in mind, again, once more, it's only a wave at this point.
Right.
So, and within the next week, there's a low chance of it being a cyclone.
Okay, thank you very much.
We will watch that.
Okay, keep watching. We'll keep on spreading the information as they come, right?
All right, no problem.
You have a good one, bro.
Bye-bye.
All right, folks, the weather forecast came to you with the kind compliments of Rennick and Thompson Company Limited. It's 9 minutes after 7 o'clock. To end the news, a recap of the headlines. Health Ministry encountered minor mpox scare. 4 tropical threats in Atlantic now being monitored for development after a quiet stretch of hurricane activity. CXC launches on-demand course for digital education practitioners. In the region, no alcohol at funerals in St. Vincent and the Grenadines. Internationally, Mexico's legislature moves ahead with judicial reforms despite protests. And in sports, Shana Charles shines in Paris with new local and regional shot put record. That's the morning edition of news for today, Thursday, September 5th, 2024. On behalf of the entire news department, I am Gordon Joseph, thanking you for listening, wishing you a productive day, and extending the invitation to you to stick and stay with the network, because we are with you anywhere and everywhere.
Are you looking for a reliable, affordable, and customer-friendly pharmacy? Look no further than Hills and Valley Pharmacy, the nation's leading healthcare products and services provider. We are committed to serving you at convenient locations. Find an extensive and affordable selection of prescription and over-the-counter drugs and medical supplies at Church Street, Hillsborough, Carriacou, Jubilee Street, Grenville, St. Andrew, near the bus terminal, and Halifax and Grenville Street, St. George. Our committed team is always available to offer valuable assistance for managing your health and wellness. Discover the additional benefits of our wholesale distribution on Halifax Street and our Medcare Center on Grenville Street, where we provide in-house physiotherapy, massage therapy, doctor consultations, and eye care services. Our commitment is to satisfy all your healthcare needs, including competitive prices, loyalty rewards, and special discounts for seniors. Contact us at 435-6904 and WhatsApp 535-4734. Choose Hills and Valley Pharmacy. Remember, your health is our business.
The Ministry of Climate Resilience, the Environment and Renewable Energy, in collaboration with the NAP Global Network and the G-Cruise Project, presents Everyone in Action for Climate Change Adaptation, a series of community meetings on climate change adaptation and resilience. Here are the dates to remember. Starting at 5 p.m., Monday 9th September, Mount Craven Community Center, St. Patrick. Wednesday 11th September, Grenville Secondary School, St. Andrew. Thursday, 12th September, St. John Anglican School, Guave for St. John and St. Mark. Monday, 16th September, The Canal, St. David. Tuesday, 17th September, Boca Secondary School, St. George. And on Friday, 20th September at 10 a.m., we'll be in Carriacou at the Mermaid Hotel. Let's talk climate change. Let's talk adaptation. Let's talk resilience. See you there.
Spend $50 or more at any Hubbard's department or participating outlets for a chance to win free fuel, free drinks, free prizes, free property and vehicular insurance, free Hub TV and internet, free electricity, free coke, free water, free cooking gas, free paint supplies, free Dutch Lady milk, free passes to Sunshine promotion events for 2024, free groceries, all for one whole year. And every winner receives a free lunch package. But that's not all. Drive away in style in a brand new Isuzu D-Max facts. It sits, it doesn't guzzle. So fill out your entries and place them into the marked entry boxes. This promotion is brought to you in part by Dutch Lady, Danny, Promo, Supreme Bleach, Creative Chef, Grenlag, Floor, Salt Petroleum, Grenadian General Insurance Company Limited, Coca-Cola, Sunshine Promotion, Caribberies, Guap Bag, Sesame Spain, and Food Fear. Promotion runs from April 2nd to December 24. Terms and conditions apply.
As we get ready to give thanks, the long Thanksgiving weekend. Legends Promotions presents the 18th annual Hubbard's Legends in Concert, Saturday, October 26th, Grenada Trade Center at 7:30 p.m. Featuring the 1980 Calypso Monarch Survivor. Together with Stubbles. 10 times Calypso Monarch Scholar. Alongside Luther, Tobago Cuso, and 7 times Soca and 10 times Road March King. Super Blue. Super Blue. Tickets cost $16 and are available at all Gittins Healthcare Pharmacies, Wall Street, Grenville, and Guelph, Springs Shopping Center, St. David's Pharmacy, Clef Vision Eye Care Center, on the Carinage, and Gittins Pharmacy, St. George's. It's the 18th annual Hubbard's Legends in Concert, Saturday, October 26th, Thanksgiving weekend, Grenada Trade Center, 7:30 p.m. You can't afford to miss this one.
Get ready for non-stop cricket excitement as GBN brings you live coverage of this year's Republic Bank Caribbean Premier League. Please note there will be some adjustments to our regular programming lineup on Tuesday, September 3rd, Wednesday, September 4th, Thursday, September 5th, and Friday, September 6th. Transitions will be at 5:05 p.m. GBN television news will air at 6 p.m., followed by a repeat right after the CPL match. And don't miss the rebroadcast of transitions after the news repeat. GBN with you anywhere and everywhere with the best in sports coverage. Stay tuned and stay informed with GBN.
home. And it's been so long, but I'm finally home and walk better place to rest my weary bones than on this beautiful island where there's so much to see. Every corner I turn, there's something there to remind me of my beautiful nation and what it means to me. Not a thing out of place, that's what's special about it. And do you hear? It's the songs the birds are singing. Do you hear? It's a sound that's everlasting, and there's no end in sight. Just the beginning of our lives, sweet Grenada. This is home, yes. And do you hear? It's the songs the birds are singing. Do you hear? It's a sound that's everlasting, and there's no end in sight. Just the beginning of our lives, sweet Grenada. This is home, 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 sweet Grenada. Yeah, this is home.
From the tips of your fingers down to the soles of your feet, a glimmer in your skin that I can't believe. And take a trip to the sea, let your hair run free. Or you're a rebel in disguise. Is that the devil in your eyes? We fell in love right by the ocean, made all our plans down on the sand. We fell you control your anger. There's a way to feel better. That's one thing to remember. No matter where you are, you can be a star. Stop and take a deep breath and relax yourself. Take another deep breath and relax it, and relax it. Eliminate violence.
All right, it's 27 minutes after 7 o'clock. I do apologize for that lengthy break in starting the conversation. Just had an emergency dealing with, but nonetheless, it's all good. This morning we have no guests, so we have the opportunity where you can call in and make some comments. You have something that you think is worthy of being mentioned. This is your opportunity to do that. I just want to reach out to the folks in Nawasa, the folks in Hope. They are saying thank you for coming speedily and dealing with the broken pipe yesterday. And thanks for that to the folks from Nawasa. Kudos to you on that. Again, saying a happy birthday to an intelligent and talented young lady, Kayla Frame. It's coming from the entire family. She's from Old Wester Hall in St. David, is a Form 1 student of the Anglican High School. Happy birthday to you, Kayla. I do hope that you enjoy it to the fullest. And also, Miss Dawn Blisdale of Providence, happy birthday to you. Enjoy your day to the fullest. All right, so the number you can call, it's 435-2041. Anything you think that is, worthy of being mentioned, that you'd like to get to the fore, you can call in and do that at this time. And while at it, saying good morning to all the wonderful folks online, Eulene and the Wall and the Equat, Michelle Daniel, Sylvina Charles, Mildred Smith and Shem, they're together. Nutmeg Queen is there, Natalia Ross is there, Cameron Andrew, okay, Lydia Cameron is also here, Michelle Cambridge, Samantha Williams, Nelsia Peters, Boss Badness Paddocks, good morning to you, Yolan Swan, also Pauline Saunders, Jennifer Lawrence, good morning to each and every one of you. The number you can call, 435-2041. And I was intent on having someone from the Drug Control Secretariat this morning, but unfortunately, due to certain circumstances, the individual has asked to reschedule to a day in next week. So we'll have what you'd call an open line this morning. Anika Reese, good morning to you. And good morning, Gigi Giles. Hope you're doing fine. Sylvie and Daphne also. Hope you all are doing fine. Let's go to the telephone line right away. Good morning, caller.
Good morning, darling. How are you doing?
I am doing fine. How about you?
They quiet. I call you to let you know how abusive smokering come to us now. Long ago, smokering and selfish was poor people thing. Those people with a big salary didn't used to buy smokering. Smokering must be a woman now.
Why you
for
say
the
that?
abuse we get in. Innocent, in the supermarket they cut carrying two, so you get in 3 smoker in a little tray. You pick up 2 trays smoker $30. $15 for 3 little smoker.
Really?
Yes.
Wow.
So now I tell you, like they want to poor people to death of starvation, not because it's poor people are sweet smokering and saltfish. Big shot didn't want that. And especially innocent when you clean up one smoker, you take out the head, the tail, the bone, nothing.
All right.
He abusing me because I can't raise me little smoker ring, and my customers like the little smoker ring, and still have to sell it $6 for the sandwich.
And how long you notice that price gone up so high?
Well, last week I go and I pick up 2 trays. Last week Friday, and I realized I don't know if the price will go up, and I didn't want mine in my business because we don't just go and take things on shelf and we don't mind my business.
Right.
But I mind my business. I say no, 3 smoking. It could be $15 for that. I don't know if they put the wrong price, but I in line something had to be done. And although price controller passed by me yesterday, they didn't come to check upon me, but based on the price, I say in my mind I didn't know if price controller existing in this country. So the little water must sell, you know, even though you buy, when you go and buy water in the grocery shop, just as how they selling it on the shelf, so they sell it $4 a one. You can buy a bottle of water for $4 and come and sell it for $4. Sometimes you have to pay somebody to drop it there for you. Sometimes you have to put, not sometimes they want the water cold like ice. Okay. You have to use your current to think. So you can't go and sell it $4. Come on.
Okay.
Everybody they in a thing to think like a business, you know what I mean?
Yes.
But I'm telling them to ease up, man. There's too much pressure for smoking. Okay. Come on. And I want to call innocently as some people who doesn't check themselves in this country. 2 people was renting a place in Mount Parnassus. They leave the place Friday, Saturday, innocent. And you know they leave a dog in a little box from Saturday to up to yesterday. Nobody to feed the poor dog.
Wow. Okay.
This is cruelty to animal.
Yeah, definitely. So, but
oh my God! Have a good day, you darling.
You too, right? Have a good one. Have a good one. Okay. All right. Someone says, "Good morning, Innocent. It is so nice to see the group cleaning the roadside leading to Mount Gay Mental Hospital. They must be commended for their quality of work. And I observed the supervisor working along with them, gloves in hand, broom man. This is what you call value for money. If all over the country they do such quality, I'm telling you, our place will look so good. Kudos to them." Good morning, caller.
Hey, morning, Nelson. How is everything?
I'm good. Welcome.
I said last time China giving Africa over $50 billion within 3 years' time. So England, America, and France will buff Africa for 40 years. And why do all the big cities they build from Africa? Why they give back that to Africa? Okay. American, England, France will buff the country for 40 years and build a city. So why they can continue some to Africa back free too? Give Africa something. Imagine China come yesterday, you know. And China giving $50 billion within no 3 years' time. They give over $191 billion already in the past. $191 billion in the past to help Africa to go forward. Africa have all the wealth. But the other countries we give and rob and kill black people and slave them, and they give them nothing. It's time black people call for England, America, and France to pay us for slavery. But when you talk, people get mad at you for that, you know. Okay. It's time pay us for slavery. The workers enough, black people enough to build a city for them. And they get nothing. And they live in poverty still. Poverty, hand to mouth, they just hand to mouth. America complain about the Cayman Island and support and against Venezuela for election rigging. But when some say a rig in America, they're against it, they give him jail for that and call him a problem. They want to put a president in Venezuela who they support a woman by president. But the man wins, they say rig. They take a plane in Miami, a plane which the president have. They take it in Miami, they see it. Why? Okay. I mean, what the world will be just.
All right. Okay, thank you, caller. Thank you very much. It's 25 minutes on to 8 o'clock. May says to buy the boneless smoker ring, you'll get a better deal. Okay. Good morning, caller. Welcome.
Good morning, Innocent. How are you doing this morning?
I am doing fine. How about you?
I'm good. Innocent, I heard the Honorable Minister Telesford make a statement in defending the workers at the General Hospital for whatever issue. Now, I do not have any facts regarding any issue, but I'm in the health system. But I have one advice to the Ministry of Health. To the Honorable Minister Telesford, the nurses on duty most of the time they cannot, not most of the time, they cannot be by a bedside of any patient. They have a lot of writing to do, to put down this, that, whatever. So I'm advising him, please, sir, if they will consider to have some PSW, at least one on a ward, if they could afford two. And the PSW will be going around to the patients who want need pampers change, who need maybe just, hi, how you doing, maybe some water. Not the nurses, to be honest. Really, we have lackadaisical ones, but we have good ones. And sometimes they really do not have time, really, to do certain things. So if they would consider to put a PSW for the listeners is a personal support worker, a worker like a carer. I just using this term to explain. So they go around. Some people, especially at night, they have a pampers on them from evening until morning. That's why they're having so much a breakage. So this is just my advice. Thank you and have a lovely day.
You too, my dear. Have a good one yourself. Let's entertain a caller via our WhatsApp platform. Good morning, caller. Welcome.
Good morning, Mr. Innocent Joseph.
Hi, welcome to the program.
Yeah, thank you very much. Listen, I'm calling from the diaspora.
Okay.
And I'm calling with some inspirational news.
All right, give it to us.
Right? As a Grenadian, tell Grenadian people, I just come out from Dundee, right? And tell Grenadian people to keep the good loving up because we born that way.
Right.
And distributing love as we go on. Prices may rise. People may say this, people may say that and all that. But keep the loving up. Because listen, I come down there, before I came down for the carnival day, I said on the devastation of Barrow, I said if I see women and children, I will donate money to them. And Mr. Joseph, I didn't have to go out of my way to do that. I was sitting on Grenada's beach one day, and a guy came with some, that green thing, that little green thing where you suck there with the seed in it. What do you call it again?
What, fat pork?
Yeah, like fat pork, chene.
Oh, skin up. Right? We call it skin up.
Skin up, yes.
Okay, all right.
Chena in Trinidad. And he told me, he had about 5 grain in his hand, and he says, I say, how much is that? And he said, $1. I said, I don't want anything. And I says, it was only 14. So I says to him, what's your name? And then he started telling me this story. He comes from Carriacou. Mom is in Grenada or in Carriacou, and dad is in Grenada or in Carriacou. Right? So he was telling me this story, and I said, oh my God, I'm really sorry to what's happened up in Carriacou and our sister island and Petit Martinique and all that. I give him $49 more for the thing. You understand?
Okay.
So we are people and a nation who are loving, and despite what's going on in the world, let's keep it up. That's my inspiration for today.
Okay.
For the people of Grenada, including myself.
Thank you.
Yourself a nice
you too. Have a good one yourself, bro. Have a good one. It's 21 minutes on to the of 8 o'clock. Let's go back to the telephone line and say good morning, caller.
A pleasant good morning to you.
Welcome to the program.
Thank you. I would like to support the first caller. The way cost of living has risen, and people seem not to have a conscience. I know that business is profit and loss. We have had that hurricane destroy the farmers, all the blogon, the pig and whatnot destroyed. But I think that people, those who go to, as we say, buy to sell over, they do in turn hand. If a certain price is offered for the goods, refuse it, and if everybody does that, the price must come down. We don't take advantage because a particular thing has happened, and the scarcity of certain goods and items are they're facing us. We must do that, and I think that it's time that government do something about that. And people say everything is the government, but that isn't it. And even before the hurricane, prices have been just going up. Nobody doing anything, saying anything. What about the, elderly who, some are not working, even though they get a small pension, they can't afford, to buy certain goods to feed themselves. We are paying the food here. And I think that something ought to be done about that. Thank you.
Thank you, caller. Thank you very much. Let's accommodate another caller via our WhatsApp platform. Good morning, caller.
Good morning, Mr. Good.
Welcome to the program.
Through a little bit further.
Could you go right ahead?
Yes, I'm there. If you are here in last night, well, evening news in GBN, I heard the GBN made a statement in reference and making the general hospital and the hospital come and fire with the dying children and babies. Now, I've been trying to panic meetings. The new before you put out that news, you do all your fact check and everything that is being done, so you can go ahead and do whatever. Any who don't know scared about children dying, you could get John public right as was children going in hospital. However, I think, and I keep saying over the hospital need to come under a statutory body of operation. Take it out directly under the whatever how it is being run. And people will be more comfortable as to the duties what they are doing. Because I can't understand. Nurses reach to get $500 increase. Doctors get $1,000 as such increase. And different things have been done. It means that you have to take your seriously. I'm not saying not that are responsible every time. Sometimes it's no fault of this. Sometimes it's an ailment of the child as such, but you may not get that. I'm not holding anybody. But what I'm saying, when coming to health and life, is something that we need to take more serious. And I heard talk about what you're saying, doctor. I have been in a hospital overseas, and nurses don't sit down and write notes and patients study. You come with the information, you have a designated person. You have the computer, everything, and that person is there for 24/7 and writing up all notes about the patient. I'm saying that to me. Sometimes the workload can be heavy and immense. To attend to a patient call her out and run, she has to come back and write notes. So we have to review the operation of how we are doing things, and then let's see how this solves.
Okay.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, caller. Thank you very much. Folks, it's 16 minutes on to 8 o'clock. Let's take a commercial break. We'll be back after these messages. Don't you go anywhere.
Get ready for non-stop cricket excitement as GBN brings you live coverage of this year's Republic Bank Caribbean Premier League. Please note there will be some adjustments to our regular programming lineup on Tuesday, September 3rd, Wednesday, September 4th, Thursday, September 5th, and Friday, September 6th. Transitions will be at 5:05 p.m. GBN television news will air at 6 p.m., followed by a repeat right after the CPL match. And don't miss miss the rebroadcast of transitions after the news repeat. GBN with you anywhere and everywhere with the best in sports coverage. Stay tuned and stay informed with GBN.
Fans, get ready! The CONCACAF Nations League is back, and the action is coming to the Kirani James Athletics Stadium. Mark your calendars for 2 back-to-back match days that will have you on the edge of your seat. On September 6th, it's a doubleheader you won't want to miss. At 5 p.m., it's St. Lucia versus Curacao, followed by Grenada taking on St. Martin at 8 p.m. The excitement doesn't stop there. On September 9th, Curacao battles St. Martin at 5 p.m. and then Grenada faces St. Lucia at 8 p.m. Tickets are just $25 for adults and $10 for children. Grab yours at Chucky's Bar, Grenadian Optical, Gittins Healthcare Pharmacy, the GFA office, or online at gotofet.com. And yes, tickets will be available at the gate. So bring the whole family and let's rally around our senior men's national team. The CONCACAF Nations League. Football like you've never experienced before.
Who does man of the party? Tell them it's 4-7 trade. Shout it, let them know where we represent 4-7 trade. Who's the body's passing? 4-7 trade. Them no crazy like.
Welcome back, viewers and listeners, to the conversation. Let's head straight on back to the telephone. Good morning, caller.
Yes, good morning, Innocent, and good morning to all your listeners. I would like to make a suggestion, and that's from my observation of Grenada not doing too well in English. I would like to suggest to the Ministry of Education that they make French, which goes back almost as our base language, make French a compulsory subject so that we'll be able to unravel the English that we speak. Because going back to our history, in 16-something, Grenada was a French island, a totally French island. And then in 17-something, the British came, and the British banned all things French. No. Therein lies a lot of problems whereby the language got confused because the construction of a French sentence is different. So we end up with saying how they call you based on how they phrased it in French. And so, okay, today we have a confused English up to today. The British realized that and they put it on the curriculum way back when standard English is being taught in schools and children are just failing it. I believe the time has come to really look deep, not just pass that over, but look deep at the approach to teaching English so that we could get over that. A lot of French remain embedded in our language. For example, I don't know if you know lance in Guelph. Lance is the L', but we know, we Englishize it, if I could make a word, and we're saying the lance. You understand? So our language, the language that we speak is so confused. It's a good thing Leicester remain Leicester, not the Leicester. Leicester remain Leicester, but L', Esther means the East Land. If we only over over French, we really find peace and understand the English better. But right now we have a confused English with us, and so we remain confused. So I am begging, I'm making a plea. I know that some time ago they said Spanish would be our second language, and when I asked, the answer I got was for tourism. Well, yes, Spanish could be taught, but French has to be compulsory, so that we will really understand the language that we speak and get over that and do better in standard English, okay? Thank you.
Thank you, caller. Thank you very much. Point well taken. One of the WhatsApp contributors says, why people like to bring North American style in Grenada? PSW is Canada. A former nurse from the General Hospital. We did a better job before. I left in the 90s when the government got rid of the School of Nursing. That was by the hospital nursing care, patient care, nursing standards all went down. Let's go to the phone line. Good morning, caller.
Yes, good morning, Mr. Joseph.
Welcome to the program.
Oh, so many things to talk about, but quickly let's run through a couple of them. Your last caller, they made a very significant point. And I say this, it's an issue for discussion. The fact is, sister, that in this here country, the language, our quote-unquote official language, from since 1877 when the British established Grenada as a quote-unquote crown colony. In the initial stages, for instance, the time I went to school in the 60s and 70s of the last century, 60s above all, the language was properly taught because I learned it then and many others. But since then, a mess has been made. The fact is their focuses or their ways, procedures, and it's been recommended from time to time that the language should be taught with the functional or quote-unquote by the functional stroke notional approach. But the bright boys don't care about it. They don't care who the hell is me to talk about that. We're doing it wrong. And the connection, when you teach the language in the functional, notional way, you make the connection with all aspects of language through the years. What the language is made up of, English language made about 6 or 7 different languages around the world. The English language isn't pure neither, it's the Queen's English. The English language is a serious, but you can make the connection with all other languages if you were to do it properly with standards. We have failed miserably, and that's it. It may insult a lot of people, but these people don't know it's not the A from a beep, 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 as it relates to teaching the correct language so that we can express ourselves well and do much better in almost everything. Finally, Mr. Joseph, a person this morning, your first caller, quickly, let me do this one quickly, made mention to the increased prices. This never stopped since after COVID. And I want to remind the Ministry of Social Development of the following.
My government has decided to continue the vertical expansion of seed program, which was scheduled to end in December of this year. This therefore means that families will continue to receive the additional $150 per household. ...
Mr. Joseph, this was expressed by the Minister for Social Development in December of 2023 when they were discussing the budget, December of 2022 when they were discussing the budget for 2023. And they have stolen $1,800 from the needy and vulnerable people of this country. I'm clamoring that they begin to pay this money back to the people because the prices have not decreased under any circumstance. As a matter of fact, they continue to increase. That even bacalao or saltfish, smoker, whatever you want to call it, which is, of course, something else. The prices have never come down. They have never come down. And we want the $1,800 that they owe us. There are other things to talk about. They give others a chance. Have a nice day for what it's worth, Mr. Joseph.
Thank you, caller. Have a great day yourself, man. Have a great day yourself. Right, it's 5 minutes away from 8 o'clock. Akim Lewis, good morning. Yeah, good morning, Nutmeg Queen. Good morning, caller. Welcome.
Good morning, Mr. Innocent. How are you, sir?
I am alive and thankful. Welcome.
Yeah. Mr. Innocent,
Hi.
Ministry of Education, as you as a old teacher for yourself, when people go to the Ministry of Education to get the CPA papers, they never have it.
Okay.
Like they're keeping it for special people, right? And I don't see why they should keep in that thing for special people. If anybody go, they should be able to give them. They say always don't have. I don't know if they keep it for their friends or what they do with those papers, but they never have papers. And we need English and maths. We pour in English and maths. So why they hiding those papers? They should glad to know that the parents coming to get the paper and they give it to them.
Okay.
All right? Okay. Because English is on number one language. Anywhere you go in the world, they ask you if you could speak English and the US dollar. I go all over the world, and when I go there, if they can't speak English and you show them the US dollar, they shake their head. All right? So English is very important, and maths.
Okay.
Right? So I want them to stop hiding those papers and bring it out when people come and ask for it, give it to them. Doing enough copies so you could give to those people.
And you're talking about the past papers now, right?
Yes, the past papers.
Okay.
The past papers. When they have the papers there.
Okay.
Yes. Yeah, the past papers.
Okay.
They should have it to give people when they come and fight, because you want to make your children learn better, know better. You understand?
Okay.
So we could keep up with the other islands in the Caribbean.
Okay.
All right.
All right then. Okay, thank you. Thanks for your suggestion. All right, someone says, good morning, Mr. Joseph. This is an appeal for the return of the Grenada School of Nursing to upgrade our health welfare in this country. All kudos to the people who thank NAWASA for their help. I congratulate them because maritime complaints are made, but not thanks for a request made. Okay. Good morning, caller.
Good morning.
Welcome to the program.
Good morning. Welcome. Thank you very much. I have a concern of the many accidents that take place around the island. The government has been putting up protection walls, protection railings, and all of these things. And these vehicles has been breaking it down. I would like to ask who's responsible for then replacing them. If I bounce another vehicle, I'm responsible to fix him. I think the man who wrecked those railings should be responsible to putting it back for the safety of the nation.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you, caller. Thank you, caller. Yeah, I kind of endorse that too. Yeah, that's something I'm noticing quite a number of accidents taking place around the White Gun area. That's after you leave that entrance to go up to Mongelo or Richmond Hill, if you want to call it that. I'm seeing a lot of accidents happening there. I don't know what's happening there. Good morning, caller. Welcome.
Good morning, His Majesty, the King himself, the man of the moment. You know, I have to give you your title.
Stop it.
You are the... No, I ain't stopping it at all. I'm going straight ahead. I'm full force.
Okay.
You are the King.
All right.
So okay. I address you in your capacity as Your Majesty.
Thank you. Thank you.
King Innocent.
Thank you.
In relation to all this amount of the people that you say all the time, every year maybe for the last 10, 20 years, you've been hearing there's a problem with English and maths. And I don't know exactly what happened, but we are looking at the computer age. Probably is that people don't read. I don't know if it's to do with the teaching. I don't want to make no judgment. I hear somebody say about French. Yeah, you could talk French, but I know French was the original language and so on and whatnot. But right now, it's English. Everywhere you go, people ask for English. So English is the main language. We can't get over that. And like he said, the US dollar, right? So I don't know who's going to be able to tackle this thing, because for the last 10, 15 years, every CXC, every whatever you call it, because that wasn't in my days. My days was GCE. It's the same problem. Maths and English or something is radically wrong. These people not reading. They can't take up a book. Everything you want to find out is click, put it in a computer, click. You find getting about everything. I don't know if it's because of the age of the computer, the era of the computer, or don't know if it's the quality of the teachers that we have. Let me tell you something. My mother died at age 95 recently, and I'm so proud of her. That lady she was able to read and write. You give her a book. She used to read up until the last. She reading. She said, she would say that she go to Miss Something school in Springs because she from Springs, and Miss this school and that school, and they teach her to do this and to do that, and to hold her hands and to make her write. And up to this watch, you get her. The Queen died the other day. You give her a paper. My aunt sent her a paper from England. 95-year-old woman. She couldn't read from, and I was so proud of her. So I don't know what is the problem. If it's the method or if it's the computer age. I don't want to I don't want to cast any judgment, but we have to look into that King Innocent. Okay. Because it's a problem memorial from over the last 10 years. Every time is maths and reading. It's a problem. So we have to do something about it. I'm not against computer, but forget about this computer. Every time it's computer, take up a book. Probably change methods of teaching. Hold the children hand, like my mother was saying, they have to hold their hands to write. You have to learn this, learn that, 1 and 1 or 2 and 3, and all the different things that she would be talking about. They used to do in school when she was a little girl growing up. Probably we had to think about reintroducing all those things so that our children will be able to read and write, and we will get better results.
All right.
Thank you, my friend. Have a great day.
Have a good one yourself. Okay, folks. It's 1 minute after 8 o'clock. This is where we wrap up the program this morning, and I do want to thank each and every one of you for being a part this morning. Thank you for your contributions, and if the good Lord spare your lives, we'll have another program tomorrow. Nutmeg Quinn, could you kindly behave? All right. I agree about the return of the School of Nursing. The nurses were not only educated, but were well trained holistically. All right. Okay, that's it, folks. Thank you for being a part of the program. I love you. Bye-bye.